So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So I want to start off by reviewing what we went over last week. Okay, when pluralizing nouns, does it matter if they are animate or inanimate?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it does, correct. How do we pluralize animate nouns?
With a K or an oak?
Correct. Those are two of the ways, a K or an oak, just depending on the word. But all the endings are with K, so it could be an EK, it could be the older form YEK. It just depends on the word. It could be weak or wet, although I've never seen wet, but correct. So just remember that animate pluralizations end with Ks. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's do Macaw. How do we make it more than one bear? What do we add?
Add a K.
Add a K. Correct. And what about Pewagon?
Yeah. I would listen to this.
Pewagon, which is a pipe. How do we change it into more than one pipe?
No, it's a Zoom meeting.
Quag and neck,
Muted.
the EK at the end.
Is everybody okay? Anybody having problems with the? I heard somebody. Let's see, Shannon. Let me let Shannon in. Hang on a second. Hi, Shannon. Wait.
You should. Thank you.
Mojo, Shannon. Madison, sign in to speak. Madison, are you in?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay, good. All right. I don't know if you were sharing your screen. Maybe I was seeing, saying something to sign in. Oh, me which, Jose? Okay, so let's see what else. What about Pinot? First, does anybody know what Pinot is?
Children?
Okay, it's a child, correct?
Child, yes.
More than one child.
So that would make the plural of that Pinochet.
It's going to take that older form. So Pinot.
Oh,
Jack.
Pinot. What about nene, which is man? How do we make it plural?
Nenek.
Cho. This one's got one of those different ones.
Nenwick.
Correct. Nenweek. Correct.
Nenweek.
What about singo?
Move.
I couldn't hear what you said.
What about singo?
Singoyek.
Singoyek is one way. What about the other way? There's another way. Madison, you know this one.
Is it Sengo week?
It's singo. So it's either singok with.
That's what I wrote down, and I second guessed myself because I got the other one wrong.
Don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Singok or singoyek. Okay. What about mtuk? Remember that rule, if it ends in a K, it's going to take on a... Okay.
Is that Matukok?
Correct. You are correct. Okay, let's move on to the inanimate nouns. How do we pluralize them? Instead of an EK or a K, we use a what?
En.
En, correct.
Or just an N.
Or just an N.
No,
Or the old form, which is the YEN.
And started.
I'm sorry.
Feels good.
Everybody good?
Kendra, you're not muted. I just want you to know that.
Thank you. I am so sorry.
Okay. Thank you. So we had an answer for N. We had one EN. I said YEN. That's the older form that some of them use. Some of them also will have a ON or a WEN. So, correct. So what about Dopwin, which is a what?
Table.
Table.
Correct. How do we make it more than one table?
Oquinen.
Correct.
Dope
What
one.
what about wasconado, which is what?
Flower.
Flowers, Wascona Doyen.
Correct. It takes on that old form, white man. And McCuck, which is a box.
Don't remember.
McCuck.
McCuck, when?
Yes, correct. It takes the W-E-N. Okay, now what are the three things that we talked about that cannot be pluralized? And there's probably more, but we just talked about three things. So whether it's singular or plural, it's going to be the same all the way through. What about mbish?
Mabish,
Correct.
Mbop,
Mbop.
Mbop, Sema.
And sema. Correct. That is correct. Because if you put the mbish or the mbop in like a container, you'd basically be pluralizing the container, not necessarily the contents, if that makes sense. Okay. Same way with the sema. You're not going to count each little bitty part of the leaf. So if for the speaker, can a speaker make an inanimate object animate?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, now the next question is, does proximity of a person or object matter when speaking our language?
Yes.
It does. And these are called, do you remember what these are called?
Demonstrative.
Demonstratives, correct. Okay, so which one is the same for this, something close right here, whether it's animate or inanimate? There's one that's the same.
Is it ah?
Oda,
Oda.
Correct.
Oda,
Oda, correct, Oda. And then if we're talking about something animate that is a little bit further away, a singular something, what is it?
Oh.
Oh, correct. And that far away singular animate thing,
Ago,
ago, correct. Oda, o, ago. Those are your singular demonstratives for your animate side. Okay, what about, we already said Oda for the singular on the inanimate. What about that thing that's a little bit further away on the inanimate side, singular?
E.
E, correct. And that thing that's a little bit further away on the singular side.
Animate or inanimate?
Ei,
Inanimate, E, correct.
Ei.
So on the inanimate singular side, you've got Oda, E, E. Okay. Now, what about plural on the inanimate side? These inanimate things that are right here beside me.
Noda.
Noda. And on the animate side, these animate things that are right beside me.
Goda,
Goda, correct. So you kind of see a pattern. So the next step would be those things that are a little bit further away. On the inanimate side, you have what?
Key.
Knee.
Knee.
Knee. And so on the animate side, Judah, you have
Key.
ye. And then the last one's the really far away. Those things for the animate, it's eggy.
Aggie,
And on the inanimate, it's any.
Annie.
Yes.
Okay. So animate side is Oda, O, Ago. Goda, Gi, Eggy. And then on the inanimate, Oda, E, E. Noda, Ni, Any. Okay. Good guys. Let's see. Already asked you that question, which one is the same? How about, okay, let's talk about tense. How do we indicate past tense in Potawatomi on the independent side? You guys remember that? It's two letters.
Gi.
Gi, correct. And future tense on the independent side is
We.
correct. Okay, what about on the conjunct side? What's past tense on the conjunct side? It's still two letters. The first letter is the same.
Ga.
It's ga, correct. So then future tense on conjunct is
Wa.
correct. Godowigas. Okay, do you guys remember how we say today?
Ngom.
In gong, correct.
Oh, yes.
What about tomorrow?
In
Nago.
Ki.
Tomorrow is wabak.
Wa.
Yesterday
yes.
is what you said.
Nago. Okay.
Nago, correct, correct.
It's tomorrow.
How do you say morning?
Waben.
Waben. What about evening?
Pekonya.
Pekonya, correct. Time is indicated by two letters. Do you remember what they are? Did we talk about this? I think we did.
We did talk about it. I do not remember what it is.
Okay. It's P, P-I.
P.I.
So we say Odajo P. Odajo P means at this time or right now. And Bama P means at a later time. Okay. But we cannot use PI alone. Okay. Never use it alone. Okay. Let's do some more times of day. What about night? How do you say night?
Bucket.
The bucket, correct. What about midnight?
Bucket, yeah.
Octet bucket, correct. We have someone here in person that said octet bucket. What about noon? At noon,
Not quick.
correct. And what about just noon?
Not quick.
Now, quay, correct. What about afternoon?
Yishget.
Yeesh is the first part of it. And then to add the noon to it. Yeesh,
Nakwe.
now quay, correct. Gishget is day. Gishget by itself is day. And then one more is debukok. That's last night. Debukok, last night. Godowigas, guys. Godowigas. Okay. Let me move on to our first part. We're going to talk about location. Now, guys, I'm not planning on going over the dialects. I sent that to you just so that you would have it. We covered some of it the other day. Okay, you guys at home, are y'all seeing my screen?
No.
Okay. Sure.
We're seeing it now.
Yes.
We see that first slide for indicating location.
Oh, and my screen's going to blink here. There are many ways to indicate location when speaking in Potawatomi. There are so many ways, guys. Some indicators use iguan, eja, gumgok, or locative, etc. Some are consistent while others are dependent on the speaker's preference. Okay,
Your slide isn't changing.
it's not.
No.
Um, what is going on? Maybe I'll just do this. Did it change now for you?
No.
No. I only know because I'm sitting at my computer today, so I'm following with the slideshow.
Try to share it again. Mm. Is it changing now?
No.
No.
I did see your mouse move at first, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Give me a second. Not hold on. Screen sharing. I think it might be on. Okay, what about now? Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is it changing?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, that's where we were a little bit ago. So it's up to the speaker, what their preference is on which terms they want to use. Iguan is used to indicate a direction. Waja iguan is towards a particular location. Wedge iguan is on top of something. Nam iguan is underneath something. Idwe iguan is sides. Hame iguan is to the side, not both sides, just to one side. Nana iguan is directly in the middle. But you gotta have that iguan with it if you're using it like this. And there are multiple ways to say the same thing, guys. I always say, just give me one way, but not in Potawatomi. We have multiple ways. So now iguan is also talking about in the middle or the center. Nipachi iguan is the wrong side or direction. So it could be like you're left-handed. They refer to it as side.
Would Napaji Iguan also mean backwards, or is there a word for backwards?
There is a word for backwards, yes. I don't know if I have it on this slide, but I will tell you. Niganji Iguan is future. Bakay Iguan is towards the side. So our language is very, very descriptive, as you can see. Iguan or Yeguan tends to be used oftentimes when indicating a particular location. And like beach iguan is something that's inside of something else. So we can be very, very specific. Gumgok can be added to nouns or verbs to indicate at the location or going to the location. Okay, so you're either there already or you're going there when you're using gumgok. So dabion, which is car. If you're referring to the garage, you know, it would be dabion gumgok. at or to the garage. Shkongumgok is at or to the school. Joshwadalgumgok is to or at the ice rink. Dawalgumgok is at or to the store. Okay, now we have Gumuk. This is actually used to refer to the venue itself. You're not there, you're not going there. You're just talking about a certain venue. So, Mujinkiyo Gumuk is police station. Mushkakio Gumuk is the hospital. You could also use that for like a clinic. Kasal Gumuk is a storage building or a warehouse, or even a pawn shop. Zogmal Gumuk, bathroom. Patio Gumuk is a casino. Westio Gumuk is the zoo. Namosh Gumuk is a doghouse. Pretty self-explanatory there. And Kukosh Gumuk is a pig pen. So Gumgok is you are either going there or you're already there, and Gumuk is just the venue itself. Okay, locations with Eja. Some speakers, instead of using Gumuk, will put Eja, which indicates the direction or location, but they will use a verb and put it in third person or sixth person, which comes out as the place he or she does something or the place they do something. So it will only be either third person singular or in third person plural. Okay. Examples. Eja Destrigata is a porch. Well, you're just telling someone, you know, you're on the porch. Eja Kasinja is a sink. Eja Wajanda is the kitchen versus Wajandal Gumuk. You see that difference? So you could either use either one, Eja Wajanda or Wajandal Gumuk. Eja Gajibik is the bath or the shower. Eja Windkanuk is the thrift store. Eja Tadi is the casino, or you have your Tadio Gumuk. So you can use that either way. Eja Wisnet is where he or she eats.
So, Shelly, really quick, would that be like the place of the blank versus blank place? Like the place where they gamble versus the gambling place? Is it like the same thing?
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Thank you. Miigwech.
More examples. Eja Dawik is the store versus Dawal Gumuk. Eja Dabion. Dabion Cook is the repair shop or place where they work on cars. The example we had earlier is Dabion Gumuk. Eja Maljeshno is a meeting room. Eja Modmo is a church or a place where you pray. Modmo is pray. Eja Shkonok is a school or a place they go to school. Eja Tazok is a storage building or a warehouse or a pawn shop. Okay, still more words for direction. See, we have Napaji, which is left, Naminji, which is right. Those are repeats. Tibe straight. Ajo is across. It's often added to nouns. So ajo. Ajokmi, you see there is across the road. It's got that ajo in the front. Beishoch is close. Talking about a location of something that's close. Ngoji, somewhere. Ngoji Mana is somewhere around. You have Iba for over there. Wase for far away. The P is far. And there's your beat up inside. Zagech is outside. Shpamuk is up above. You will hear Shpamuk a lot in prayers because we're talking about the Creator up above. Eji is over there. And it's another word, just like Eva means over there, Eji also, you could use that for over there. Ji is just there. Shoda is here. And then Hoji is a slang for left. Nigon is out front. Ajo or Ajwe is across. You can add Ajo to Gami and you get across the sea. Netum is first. Squatch is last. Wayach is behind. And Ja, many times if Ja follows the tense marker, it means whereabouts. It tries to be a little bit more descriptive. When you see Ja, it's just whereabouts. Jig is another way to indicate something is close. It is put in front of the noun. So you have Jig Bayak, which is by the river or shore. Then you have Jig Ntuk, which is by the tree. Okay, locative. We have something in Potawatomi called locative. It's a way to indicate something that's at, on, or near something. So like, joke went up. You could say something is at, on, or near the table. If you're going to say the Sitagan is on the table, when you see that K or EK, it's considered a locative as well. And it shows we indicate this by simply adding a K or EK to a noun, but it's also pluralizing as well. So not to get confused. Oh, I didn't even see that. Dokwan table, Dokwan up, at, on, or near the table. On directions. Wechmokek is our eastern direction, and it basically describes where the sun emerges. Wechnapwek is that southern direction. That's the place where it's the hottest. Where the sun is the highest, it's the hottest. Wechbegeshmok is that western direction, and that's basically where the sun sits. And then Wechkisinyak is that northern direction. That's the cold weather direction. Okay, there are a few different ways to indicate an item or person's location, either locative by adding K or EK to a noun, or by adding jig to indicate it's close to this, or being more specific with Kweji Guan, which is on top of something, or Nami Guan, saying that it's below something. I think that's it. Yeah. That's it for directions. Everybody doing okay so far? Okay, now we're going to talk about simple questions. No, that's not. That's okay, simple questions. Nay is used to indicate a question. The nay is usually the second word in a sentence. I have seen it be the third word, but very seldom. There are those instances, of course, but usually the second word in the sentence. And why do we call them simple questions? So basically, a simple question, you're wanting, just kind of like in English, you're wanting a yes or no response. If a person wants to tell more, he or she could, but the question is set up for just a simple yes or no response. So remember, for simple questions, we use nay. That's kind of like our question mark. Okay, how do we ask questions with more depth? In a later lesson, we will learn how to ask who, what, when, where, why, how much, or how many questions. Okay, here's some sample question examples. Gabukdane, Gabukdane, are you hungry? Gawisane, did you eat? Migatikne, are they fighting? Gadotmasne, are you busy? Gadoshatane, are you ready? Gawitadine, are you going to gamble? Gapuknagane, are you winning? Okay, so within these words, if you can see Wiesen in the second one, you know, we know that has to do with eating. You may not know the verb magadi, but that's our verb for fighting. Gedotmasne, that's our verb for busy. Dotmas, I need to find out what the form is on that, but let me get back to it. Gedoshatane is, are you ready? Jita is what we're looking at. And then for like the place where you gamble, the toddy is gamble. So we had some words earlier, tadio gumuk or tadio gumuk, talking about a casino. So toddy is that, is what you're looking at. And then puknage, that's how we say winning, like winner. Any word you can use to describe winning is puknage. More examples. Are you going fishing tomorrow? Wabaknegui Guadamochke. Are you going fishing tomorrow? Wabaknegui Guadamochke. Did you work yesterday? Nago neg chui. Nago neg chui. Did that woman go home yesterday? Nago neg okwe. And then, are you leaving right now? The majim ne orajopi. So while we're on this screen here, guys, let's pick it apart. Let's pick one sentence. Okay, let's do the one. Did that woman go home yesterday? Where is the yesterday in that sentence?
Nago?
Correct. Where is the did?
The ghee.
The well, no, not the gi. It's the nay.
No. Okay.
Oh, because it's a question. Right.
Got it.
Okay. What about go home?
Gui okwe? Is that go home? No.
Giwe is the verb. Go home.
Kwe is woman.
Kwe is woman, correct. And then gi is past tense. Okay, what about this last one? Gamachim ne odashopi. Do you remember what odashopi was?
Right now.
Right now, correct. And then the gamachim.
Leaving.
Okay, yes, maji is our verb to leave.
But is it for all of you and not me?
So G and the M, that is the you all. This one is the you all. If you look at your Maji pattern, this one is the second person plural. Is it second? No, it's third person plural. The G plus the M, you all. Okay. Let's take the top one. Wabuk, Negui, Guatemochke. Where's the fishing? Guatemochke, correct. What about the tomorrow?
Quebec.
Wabuk. And the question are,
Ne.
nah, and then Gui
Is
is
You?
like you, like you going, you know, like the future. Good. Okay. Which word is the word are? So, the Majine, are you leaving? Majine, is she leaving? The Majimine, are we all leaving? So which word is the are?
ne? None. Wait, it says none on the thing.
Right. So, in Potawatomi, we won't have a word for every word, how we would translate it in English. Sometimes we have to use extra words when we're translating it in English to make it make sense in English. But, so just don't get in the habit of actually doing that in Potawatomi because we don't have to. It might sound kind of broken, but we know what we mean. More examples. Negwane, more. Coffee nay, coffee. You know, you might just look at someone and say, coffee nay. That's all you really have to say. They know you're asking them, do you want coffee? Cho nay, no. Shonya nay, money. Cho. Cho. No Shonya, Cho Shonya. So just remember, simple questions, we use the nay. That's basically our question mark. So these type of questions are simple enough. You should be able to start using them right away with your AI verbs from previous lessons. Just remember to put the nay second in the sentence, but don't put it between the pronoun and the verb. Don't say gui ne machi. This would be incorrect. So this is one of those examples. This one's actually gui machi ne. This is one of the examples I said I have seen it being third. Very few, but this is one of them. Okay, and that's it for simple questions. So just remember the simple questions work really well with the BAI verbs. Once we get into the question words, the who, what, where, when, and why, that's when our conjunct comes in. So everything happens on the end of the verb when we're using conjuncts, and we will use conjuncts when there's more than one verb in the sentence, or anytime you see these question words, you're going to know you have to conjugate it with the conjunct. Okay. Let me. Okay. Now this one, we're going to be talking about the question words. Not to gay when asking questions, learning question words. Question words in Potawatomi take time to learn, just as they do in English for someone who grew up speaking another language. Some of these question words are very, very similar, look very similar, so they're super easy to get them mixed up.
We're not seeing the slideshow.
Oh, you're not? Oh, my goodness. Thanks for telling me. Mhm. Okay, what about now?
No,
You guys aren't seeing it?
no, I'm not
No.
anyway.
We still see the files.
Yeah.
Files?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see a mousing over the question words file, right?
We've got it now.
You got it. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, that's music. Isn't it? All right, now what? Okay, so as I was saying, some of the question words look a lot alike, so they're really confusing. Trying to memorize them through a variety of approaches and activities may help. Okay, when asking more complicated.
Shelly, it's
questions-
not advancing. We're just still on your title slide.
Oh my goodness, what is wrong? I'm sorry. It's doing something. It's checking.
Are you presenting with two screens or just one?
No, I'm just using one.
Hmm.
Let me see where I'm gonna accidentally push. No, that's the right hand. You guys, is it doing anything?
No.
Okay. Even gonna be good. Are you guys seeing anything?
No.
Are you seeing the PowerPoint at all?
Yes, just the opening page.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a bunch of stuff. Bear with me, guys. Every time I try to share it. Are you seeing the PowerPoint?
No.
You're not seeing the PowerPoint now at all?
No.
Not at all.
We can only see your file explorer and a little blue loading circle where your mouse is supposed to be.
So is your file explorer again.
That's all you're seeing.
Mhm.
Yeah, just put it back there. That's not the screen sharing. We're gonna get it, guys.
And we see the first slide.
Is it doing anything?
No.
Is it advancing?
No.
Oh, wow. I thought I fixed it. Okay. That's my. And it's probably something like super simple.
I think it might have just advanced on to the learning question word slide.
Yep,
Really?
yep,
So, yes.
Yep.
yep.
Good. We did it. You did it.
I don't know. Let me tell him to cancel. Okay, sorry guys. Okay. So now when asking more complicated questions using these words, you no longer have to use "nay" as the second word. You will use the who, what, where, when, why, how much, or how many question words. When you ask more complicated questions, the verbs will be in the conjunct form. Look at the following pictures and their associated question words. Very good. Wagnesia. Wagnesia. This is what? Wagnesia. Sometimes people will use Nesia. That confuses me when they just use Nesia, honestly. But Wagnesia is the what. So what is making that sound? Wagnesia. Now, this next one, Wagnesia, it looks a lot like the last one, but it doesn't have the G. Wagnesia. Who is calling? Wagnesia is who? Wagnesia. So Wagnesia is what? Wagnesia is who? Napisha is where? Napisha is where? And then this one looks a lot like it. Nisha P is when. So basically between the last one and this one, the P and the J just kind of switched places. So where, Napisha? When is Nisha P? And then you could also use just Nisha for how or what. Nisha, you can use for how and what both. Nisha, we is why. But here's the thing, if you use Nisha, we, you're just asking the question why. But the minute you put a verb in there to it, see where it says, why are you hungry? You gotta change the we to which. Nisha, which. So as long as it's just why, Nisha, we is an interjection, okay? But once you put that verb in there, what you're asking, why are you angry or why are you tired, whatever it may be, whatever verb it may be, it switches to Nisha Wedge. Some more, which are not super common, Nisha Gouja. Why did? Nisha Wowja. Why will? So Nisha Gouja and Nisha Wowja. Why did and why will?
Those have the past and G and W.
Correct. Okay, next is Nijetso. Nijetso is for how much or how many. Nijetso, how much or how many. And you think of it in terms of like measurement. So in this example, it says Nijetso Pongesyan. That's asking how old are you? So Nijetso is for how much or how many. Nija Yi, which. Nija Yi, which. Another technique that may help learn these question words is to remember and repeat common sentences that use them. The Pijagajiayan, where did you go? The Pijagajiayan, where did you go? You see that jia is the verb to go, and then the yen, the yen, that is the conjunct for you. So on the conjunct side, we have the yon, the yin, the ti, the yak, the yago, the yak, and the wat. Those all come on the back end. So the yin is the you, like how G is the U for the independent, the yin is the U for the conjunct. Nijetso Yawik, what time is it? Nijetso Yawik, what time is it? You could also say Nijetso Debuganak, or that's also what time is it? Webnesia Gasha Weba, what happened? Webnesia Gasha Weba, what happened? Nija Piwa Giwaya, when are you all going home? Nija Piwa Giwaya, when are you all going home? Webnesia Okwe, who is that woman? Webnesia Okwe, who is that woman? There it shows you the example of the O there. So that's telling you animate and just a little bit further away on the singular side. Wenisha Okwe, your demonstrative O there. Nija Ejnakajian. Nija Ejnakajian. This is what is your name? Nija Ejnakajian. That's kind of like when you say your spirit name. You say Indeshnikos, that's where it comes from. Next, we have Nijayi, Navion, Gog, Gishpinanat, Okwe. Which car did she buy? Nijayi, Davion, Gog, Gishpinanat, Okwe. Which car did she buy? Nijawech, Buwa, Bidagayan. Why didn't you come in? Why didn't you come in? And then, of course, if you're just going to say why, Nijawi. That's the end for the question words. Any questions on the question words? Okay. Let's see, I believe there is an question words activity. So let me put that down. And I wrote some on the board, so I'm going to switch over to the other camera. Or I shall attempt to switch over to the other camera. Wish me luck. Okay. Josie was nice enough to draw us a pretty picture. Can you guys see that? Isn't he amazing?
Nice work, Josie.
Yeah, he left, didn't he? Yes. Okay. Napija ga Diosayan. So this, I want you guys to tell me what this is saying. Let me pick something here. This is your verb, or maybe I shouldn't tell you. Okay, do you remember what the question word is?
When?
When? Napija.
Is it oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my the question words and not your screen.
Oh, can you see the screen though?
Yes, I can. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
So this is your verb.
where?
Only what there is need your P on. DOC is what we have on paper, we got new teacher,
Oh, did I not write it right?
we got need your P.
Need your P God. Oh, I wrote it wrong. My bad. See?
You're right.
Let me change this. Okay, how about that? Don't tell me I did the same thing again, did I? Okay. So this is our verb. Giose, does anybody remember what giose is? To hunt, correct. That is our verb for he or she hunts. This is our question word, and we already decided that this is when. Okay, and what's this? What's the ga? Past tense. This is past tense, remember, because we're in the conjunct. And why are we in the conjunct? Because we have question words. Okay, who's the actor? Who's the yan? You, correct.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, who wants to do this one? Who's the actor here?
You.
Still you. And this is our verb. Okay. And then here's our question word. Napija,
Napija is where?
where?
Napija. Where are you going?
Correct.
So,
Where are you going?
because it's present tense.
Where are you going? Wagnesia E. Y'all remember what this is?
Oh, it's a demonstrative.
It is a demonstrative.
It's one of the ones in the middle.
So we have Oda O Ago, Goda Gi Egi, and then we have Oda E,
Uh-huh.
right?
So inanimate, a little ways away.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that was
inanimate.
inanimate.
Like, what
A
is
little bit, a little ways away. Okay. Wagnesia,
is what?
what?
What are those?
So basically, it's basically just, what's that?
Oh.
So you kind of have to read into how to translate it back to English. I mean, You could say what's those, but really we would say what's that? You know. You guys are doing good with these. Okay, somebody tell me what the verb is here.
Leave.
Leave, correct? Right
Mhm.
here.
I don't know who's leaving though.
Okay, what's the question word?
When? No, Nija. When? Nija P. Ga. And past tense.
It's past tense.
Did.
Okay, so we have. Can y'all see what I'm writing? Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
oh, this is. Let's see. Uh, we, but not you. Is Y-A-K. We are.
They.
Correct.
They. I knew it was in my notes somewhere.
Yep. They is what? That's correct. They. But that's the conjunct pattern there. You guys are doing good. And do you remember what I said Najetso to Buganek was? Do you remember what Najetso is? What time is it? This is how much
Yeah.
or many.
How much? How many?
And so this is what time is it? Okay. Anisha Okwe. What does that one say?
Who is that woman?
Who is that woman? Who that woman?
That, yes.
Good job. Real big guys. Napija Wetchbiayan. This is something you might ask somebody, you know, that you just now met. Napija Wetchbiayan. Here's your verb right there. We talked about that the other day because I had to show you it conjugates a little funky. Okay, what's the question word? Napija?
Is that where or do you come from? Where?
Yeah, yes.
Where, where are you?
Italian, right? Because if I
Yep.
which bia?
Where are you from?
Yeah.
Or where do you come from? Yep. Nija Eshnikashin.
Oh, that's how do you call yourself, right?
That's correct. How do you call yourself? Or what's your name? Nija Eshnikashin. Kudowigas. Nija we ga maji one nene. Sorry. Nija we ga maji onene.
Oh, man, that man leave when past tense.
What is it?
Why did that man leave?
That's correct. Why did that man leave?
Good job.
Tense. There's your verb to leave. And this T,
All the gummy bears I've been eating.
that man.
Ajit.
Nija yi dabian ga gish pinadowat. You might not know what this verb is. You might.
Something about a car.
That's to buy, the verb to buy something.
Ah.
right? Car. What's this here?
Past
Golf.
tense.
Past.
Did. What car did you buy?
Which car?
Who's the players?
Who's the buyers? What they?
They bought, yes.
And Nijayi
Is which?
That-
is which?
Which need you, okay, yes.
Does it help seeing it like that, guys?
Yes,
When I first started the language in the department, I had to break stuff apart like this because I didn't know what it all was, you know, so I think that was the last one. Yeah. Okay. Moving right along. You guys did good on that though. Let's see, word order. Switch cameras. Are you guys seeing the slideshow?
no,
Aw.
It's still buffering. We see that,
Oh,
it's going around.
yeah, I see a circle.
Okay, well, we're seeing it here, I don't know. Um,
There it is.
Okay, word order and question indicator. Because so much of the information is contained in the verb, word order is not as important as it is in other languages.
That's good to know.
It's kind of at the speaker's, discretion. So does there refresh your nay questions when asking a simple question? The nay, which indicates a question, should be the second word in the sentence or as close to the front as possible. So again, 99.99% of the time it would be second, but there are those 1% of time it would be third. Gabukdene is, are you hungry? Gawi Majine Wabuk, are you going to leave tomorrow? Let's pick apart this. So the Gawi, that's the you, the G, the we is future. Maji, of course, is the verb. Ne is the question, and Wabuk is tomorrow. Dawalgumbok, ne gagishia gagish pinadoyan. Did you go to the store and buy something? Put the most important thing out front. So something that I still do is like, if Justin puts a sentence up for us in English and he wants us to translate it into Potawatomi, I have the habit of trying to put the words up there like how they're written in English, but in Potawatomi, we need to put the most important thing out in front. And this is one of those times when it's going to be really up to the speaker to determine what is the most important. Remember the other day, I said we have a lot of power when we speak Potawatomi. Well, we do.
Yeah.
So it is a good technique to get to the habit of putting the most important thing out front. If someone asks you where you are going, you would put the place out front. if someone asked you when you were leaving, you would put the time out front. Suggestion. Because, we might not do it that way always, but someone who is knowledgeable of the language, they would still be able to understand what you're saying. So it's kind of backwards to English. It ends up seeming a bit backwards. A note of caution would be to not say something in exactly the order you would say it in English. And although it won't technically be wrong, it will be quite clear to a speaker that you are new to the language. And remember, we're not going to have a word for word English to Potawatomi translation.
I don't think anyone will ever not think I'm new at the language.
If there are several actors in a sentence, it could be said or written in several ways. All are right, but one is the best case. All the sentences on the next slide equal the same thing, but the first one is the most appropriate. Are you going to the casino tomorrow? So casino is Tario Gungok, Neg Luigia Wabak. Okay, and then, so in the first one, they put the place. The second one, you can see they put the day in the front. That was more important. You would still be able to understand it. And then the last one, it's not neither the place nor the day. It's actually like the when you're going. So I would just really try to not do the last one, but the first two are okay, but the first one's probably going to be your best option.
Isn't the last one basically how it would be said in English?
Yes, and that's what
That's why it's wrong.
yeah, that's what I have a bad habit of doing still. Again,
It's really hard to get past that.
But you know, they'll be able to know like you're a new speaker, if that makes sense. So that's the end of that one, a short little. Okay, are you guys seeing the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay. Is it advancing? Does it do anything?
It's still sitting on the first page.
Yeah, it looks
But
like
the
it's
circle is
stuck
there.
again.
Yeah, the circle is there, so I think it will.
Okay, it's just buffering, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me grab a tree. Nothing yet?
Not yet.
Holding my mouth just right when I click on the mouse or something.
Now it went back to your files.
Yeah. Okay, what about now?
Still on your files.
And now,
We see the
First
first
page.
screen. Yeah, first.
okay, so you can see the first page. And is it still buffering or is it advancing or no?
Oh, we still see the little blue circle in the first page.
Oh, okay. Do you guys have the PowerPoint there? Were you able to print it?
I have it myself. I have it on my computer here, so I can see it, but
And I've got it on my computer too to see it.
Okay. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can pull it up.
So the structure of the language, there are 4 main types of verbs. And for this class, we're only really going to focus on the VAI, although the VTI verbs conjugate pretty closely like the VAIs. Okay, it says, I will provide a brief overview for all the verb types and verb forms, but like I just said, this class, we will focus solely on the VAI. So we have VAI, which is animate intransitive. That's you doing something that isn't affecting anybody else. I sit, I read, I eat, I stand, things like that. VII, inanimate intransitive. VIIs, they're easy, but I think I make them hard.
is VII like it sits, it rolls,
It's round. Yeah, it's descriptive. It's like, it's round, and what's the other one, like they're round? It's round, they're round. It's black, they're black, type. VTI is transitive inanimate, so that's you have an animate something interacting, I touch this table, or I don't know, you're doing something to something. And then VTAs are transitive animates. That's where you have a animate something doing something to another animate something. Okay. And those are like, gosh, those are the difficult ones. I was going to say hard, they're difficult.
the transitive inanimate, is that the one we have the tool for on the Potawatomi dictionary?
I believe there's a tool for all of them. I was thinking it was just the transitive animate, but I saw some tools for other stuff this week.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to dig some more.
Okay. Okay, so AI, animate and transitive, these are basic statement verbs where someone does something, but it doesn't directly affect anyone else. And like I said, I eat, you read, I sit, I talk. They count and we cleaned, okay? These verbs are often considered adjectives in English. They are descriptive verbs in Potawatomi. There are 2 main forms. Oh wait, we must have switched. Oh, these are the VIIs. I'm sorry. So these ones are considered the descriptive ones. There's 2 forms for this one. It is something and they are something. You can use get with this verb. So it's red, they are red. It's round, they are round. It's hot, they are hot. It's small, they are small. Okay, TI, transitive inanimate. These verbs involve an animate living actor and an inanimate object, something non-living. So basically a person does something to it. But once you mention the object in the sentence, you have to use a TI verb or a TA verb. I eat them, or I eat it, or I eat them. I read it, that book. I pick it or them up. I look at it, or I look at them. I color it, I color them. You eat it, you eat them. TA, transitive animate are, this involves an animate person doing something to another animate person or object. So it could be 2 people interacting. I talk to him, they talk to her, we talk to them. I read it to him, I touch you, you touch me. But it also includes animate objects, certain foods are considered animate, and spiritual things. So like corn is animate, but like a pawagan is animate, a dabion, a car is animate, so it could be a person and one of those things. So like I smoked a pipe, so that's him or her, this living thing. So just remember those certain objects that are considered animate because they're spiritual. Or another person, or like a dog or a cat or something. So types of verbs, independent basic verb structure, often used for statements and asking simple questions with nay. That's the TAI. Conjunct used if there is more than one verb in a sentence, asking complex questions. And sometimes also in songs and prayers, that's when the conjunct comes into play. We also have imperative and command form that's telling someone to do something. Those are a little bit more complicated. You'll learn about those in the intermediate class. Prohibitive, telling someone not to do something, works with AI and TI if you're telling one person or a group. And again, those will be taught in the intermediate class. Okay, that's the end of that. How we doing, guys? How are the online people doing? Okay.
Good. Kimberly, I found the verb conjugation under tags, and if you go to the verb conjugate tag, then there's the conjugations, I think, for the VAI, the VII, the VTA, and the VTI.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew there were the in the tags it had all the different types of verbs, but I was wondering if there's a tool where you put in the person or thing doing the thing to, with the verb, you put in the verb and then choose who it works or is working with or to.
The builder.
And what is being done to in that tool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the left-hand menu on the side. At the bottom, the builder tool. Is that the tool?
Yeah. I think that's the verb builder tool. I'm opening it up now so I can.
Guys, I'm looking for.
Yeah, it is a builder. On my phone, it doesn't say builder. It just has the little symbol. So, and that's where I always go to it. So I forgot what it was called.
Okay, so I'm looking for the VAI Quizlet. I want you to see it, and I can put it send it to you in an email. But there it is, I think. Okay, VAI verb list. Hopefully, are you guys seeing anything? Please
No.
star. You're supposed to say yes. I'm wanting to change Quizlet.
Joe.
Oh, darn. Come on. Let me see. Because it's in my email and I don't know yeah, maybe. Man, that's it.
Oh, I see that. Oh, I
saw something for a second.
See that? Okay, I'm trying to find the right email. It's actually the Quizlet. Now it's telling me my screen has stopped sharing. Okay, can you guys see this?
See Quizlet, VAI verbs.
Yes.
Okay. So this is just, you can do flashcard activities, you can do learning, studying, and you can actually test, until you get better and test out of this and move on to something else. And there's matching. So let me scroll up here. So you just click on the card. So for change clothes, it's going to tell you what the verb is. Escogner.
Escogner.
Change clothes, escogner. Bob Weechgate, wait for things. Bob Weechgate, Bob John A, swollen nose, Bob John A, Bob Nuke. That's a swollen orange. The Poshque. Whoop. I don't know. I saw that today and I'm like, what's that? Habitually wasteful is Bob Nojgushke. Bob Nojgushke. Boss Decay. Sunbathe. So this is a lot of other verbs that, and arrive sick, see how descriptive our language is. I've seen verbs that like arrive crying or arrive sleepy or something like that, which seems totally crazy because I don't know if we talk like that in English, but maybe. Let's see, sign up. So with Quizlet, you can actually sign up to where you pay for it and you can do a lot of stuff on it. I actually don't even do that. I just click the free option. Well, let me see if I can bring that to you. Okay, so swollen nose. And what was it? This one? Yep.
I think so.
We didn't do all of them. Goji. What is Goji? You guys help me out here. Goji. Dive into? Ooh, good weekends. Natage. Decide. That's not a bowl, is it?
No.
Nope, that's wrong. So Natage, I don't think it's over here something. There you go. And then of course, Kino Mage is teach. This one, yep. So bowl and so you see how you do the matching. And like if you mess up on some, you can always go back and redo it. I know I went through some today and when I missed them, it would automatically take me back after I finished the whole set and then kind of bring those that I missed back up until I finally mastered them and was able to test on them and test out. So, but like I say, this one has 400 and something VAI verbs on it.
Can you email us that link, please?
I will email you this link, absolutely.
Fetch.
Justin has been busy this week. He has done he's done VAI and VTAs and which that's like way down the road for us. I'm still working on those myself, but we're constantly every day trying to develop more resources to help you guys learn.
Iguian.
Yeah, and hopefully you will use those flashcards that we did. And if there's anything else you would like for me to do, different flashcards, I know we have some on like animals and we have some for numbers. I have some for commands that you might use with your children or grandchildren, like brush your teeth, go to bed, grab your backpack. When I made those cards up, it's like my routine with my grandson every day, whether it's we're getting ready in the morning, things I say to him, or things I say to him at nighttime, you know, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, so just let us know however we can help. Now, I will be on in the morning at 10 o'clock if anybody wants to join me.
I want to, but I won't be able to tomorrow, so.
Okay, it's okay, not a problem. You guys keep studying the demonstratives. That's going to help you, whether it's how they're written down or maybe those charts. Study those charts and keep looking at different sentences and picking those apart. Get familiar with what the past tense is, because there may be a sentence that has, past tense, which is GI in it, but then a little bit later on you see GI again, but it's not a tense, it's, demonstrative. So,
Yes.
I'll try to have some more sentences. I'm not good at making up sentences, but I'll try to have some sentences made up next time so we can keep picking them apart, because I really think that that would help. And if you guys will also keep studying those pronunciations, that sheet that I gave you, like paying attention to like when you see an E, what comes after it? Is it M or N or K? Because that's going to tell you how it should sound. And we're getting close to the end of, like, I think the presentations, the PowerPoints that I wanted to show you, I'm pretty sure. So the last 2 weeks may just be a lot of us like picking stuff apart. We may introduce some what we call skits, to where we'll all take a different part, reading it. So it helps you with your cadence, like pronouncing it. So we may do some stuff like that. We may do some listening drills. Of course, if there's anything else you would like me to focus on, you can always email me, but we will definitely just kind of do some kind of like hands-on type things over the next couple of weeks. And if there's some concepts that we've talked about that we need to revisit, we can definitely do that as well. So, and who knows what else I'll come up with for next week, but that is actually all I have for us tonight, unless you guys have something you would like for me to go over.
Shelly, so tomorrow, if we want to join at 10 o'clock, do we use the same Zoom link or something different?
No, it's a different Zoom link, which I did send that out as well, but I can resend it out in the morning at 8 o'clock. But it is a different link, and we
Okay.
won't have access to that until May 16th.
I really liked the sentences and picking them apart kind of is, I found that super helpful.
Good.
It helped me too.
I have such a hard time. I'm like, wait, what is that word? So it's good to go through that process. So I really appreciated that.
I'm glad it worked, because it definitely worked for me. So I'm glad I figured out something that will help others as well. But I appreciate you guys, your patience with me through the technical issues. But
Oh no, I think it's great. I think it's hard to have a class with people in person and then with people online. So I think you're doing really well and so patient with it. And I'm like, oh, this is like, yeah. So I
And you're even using 2 different cameras and going from place to place. So I have no idea how. That's really
I'm proud of
complicated.
myself, honestly, because I tried to get out of it. I was like, no, I would just teach a in-person and then an online separate, because I've never managed like a Zoom. I've been on many Zoom meetings, but I've never managed, and I've never shared my screen or anything. So this is my first time doing both the in-person and online.
We sure appreciate you taking that step.
Well, I have a good teacher, boss. He's very patient, and he makes you believe that you can. So, that helps. But I appreciate you guys so much.
Oh, and Shelly, I can't find the link. I'm sorry. I was just looking for it. So if you, when you send that out, would you send it to me too? Because if I can, I'm going to try to bake it tomorrow just to practice.
Okay. So for those of you that are going to come and join me, just kind of have in your mind what you would want to work on, because like I say, I don't have content prepared. It's just student guided based on what your needs are, what you want to work on. So, and I can pull up, the PowerPoints that we've looked at. We can just have a blank screen, and I think I just kind of typed on it, and we kind of picked apart some sentences. So whatever we need to do, we will. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, actually I did. I saved it for myself by snoozing it.
Oh, so you found it. I will go ahead and send it out again anyway, just because.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
okay.
Thank
Everybody
you.
have a good rest of your evening. Stay safe and well. And miigwech.
Miigwech.
Miigwech,
Mamina.
Shelly.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mama P.